the expectations game. I think so many times we go in with such high expectations that as soon as a little thing doesn't seem to work out, we want to bail and run. But it's like, what is the most core thing that's important?
Yeah.
Respecting each other and enjoying each other's presence. And I think that is what we need to value a little bit more sometimes.
You need more than that.
No, I don't think so. I think
it's tough
you
because
need more of it at times, but not the whole time.
Yeah, you can't have it all. That's the reality of it. But because it's unrealistic, I think.
So I know, like, I'm gonna get hate mail. I'm sorry for. I have it all.
Okay.
I do in my relationship. I've only been dating him for like almost 2 years, so it's not like I'm in a 30-year marriage. So I don't have that experience. But I truly get all the things I want and need. I think.
Well, then where's that ring, girl? You got it all but that? Oh, okay.
I don't want to get married yet.
Okay.
I just think
It got
it's
weird,
out there.
Jen.
I'm sorry.
You made it weird.
I think society tells us that we can't have it all, and I think you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I find so I am a married person, I know, shocker, right? Everyone's like, for real? And I am. And shut up, yeah. And it took me a while to get there, but I think it's all about that partnership. I do think there's, of course, sprinklings of all of that. Of course, you need the excitement, a little for sure, but I feel like there is something about like a partnership, a foundation. The phrase that they're using here, good enough, I think it's a little confusing because like you're settling, you're like,
It has different connotations.
Yeah,
so it means different things to different people.
Yeah, but I do think there's this real comfort when you find a partner that you really want to spend your life with where, I don't know, it's like, you can fart and also smooch.
That's a perfect way to wrap that one up.
All of that. And we can talk about this for hours. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so different mood, guys. Sorry about this one. Recently, President Trump introduced a new plan to limit and control the food that low-income families receive from public assistance. So under his proposal, many SNAP recipients would have half their monthly benefits replaced by packages of food selected by the government. People are calling this food boxes.
It's insane.
It's insane. It reminds me of like 30 years ago, they had wheels of cheese that they used to give out, and they were just like huge wheels.
Issued, yeah.
It's weird.
Well, the food stamps program obviously is meant to. No one necessarily is proud to be on food stamps. It's something a lot of people that receive food stamps say, like I accept it reluctantly, but this is what I need to get my family to survive. It is so unempowering if you give people what you say. Here's what you have to have. How are we supposed to inspire people to get to improve their situation if we're just handing them like just food and saying you can't make your own choices? We can't trust you to make your own choices. Let them make their own choices.
Well, the other side of the argument, and that other people would feel, especially the conservative side of that argument, is we're paying for people. There are people that abuse food stamps. There are people that get more than what they need and they try to sell it on the street, because I know some of them.
Right.
So, are we supposed to keep shoveling out the money, the tax dollars, to go to that for people who abuse the system?
I'm not saying there doesn't have to be any reform to what happens and how it's distributed, but the fact that we're going to replace their ability to purchase things on their own, which is a very empowering thing, which is something that gives someone a sense of self, and say, no, here is what we are handing you. Take it or leave it. I think that's the wrong message to send, and will do no good.
The other thing too, Felicia, just to to what you're saying, the other thing that boggles my mind is there's so much shame if you don't make enough money. But let's say that you do find a hustle, a side hustle. You know what that is? American.
Yes.
Yeah.
And congratulations
I
to you
agree.
for working the system. You know what I mean? And I know that maybe that's controversial, but I'm sorry, Donald Trump, you've worked the system.
Yeah,
Let other people work the system.
The people are working the system on all of our paychecks.
Yes.
But no matter what system we have, I feel like there are always going to be people that work their way around it, right?
Yeah.
And so you need the best of what we have type of a thing. And I think if you give people this food box, it's actually going to create a lot of waste. People have food allergies. There's stuff they don't like.
Yeah.
How are they going to deliver it to people?
Yeah, I just think it's insulting. That's just my take.
And I also think I'm somebody with a rebel spirit, I guess, and don't tell me what to eat.
Yes.
America.
Right.
That's another good point.
Don't tell me what I deserve.
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting real heated, and I love food.
Well, we don't tell you what to do on the Jam except for to watch our show. So much more to come.